Not everyone understands why you're different. The way you think, the way you feel things deeply, the way you see the world from a completely unique perspective. People might call it being too sensitive, too intense, or even too spiritual. But what if I told you these are not weaknesses? They are gifts. When Allah chooses to guide someone, He blesses them with certain spiritual strengths that others don't possess. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, "When Allah loves a servant, He grants them understanding of the religion." This means if you feel drawn to truth, if your heart constantly searches for meaning, if you find yourself waking up at night feeling a pull toward Allah, it's not random, it's a sign. Before we go further, let's clarify something important. In Islam, there's no elite group of chosen ones by birth. The only ones specifically chosen by Allah were the prophets. But anyone can be elevated in status through faith, sincerity, and righteousness. Allah says in the Quran, Surah Al-Hujurat 49:13, "Indeed, the most honored of you in the sight of Allah is the most righteous among you." This means spiritual gifts aren't given based on wealth, status, or lineage. They are given to those who truly seek Allah, who turn to Him, and who live with sincerity. So, if you've ever felt like you experience things on a deeper level, like you're being prepared for something greater, this might be why. Here are 5 rare spiritual gifts that only a few truly possess, and how to recognize them within yourself. Sign 1. The gift of deep inner awareness, Basira. Some people go through life without ever questioning anything. They follow the crowd, accept whatever they're told, and never pause to reflect on the deeper meaning of life. But then there are those who feel everything differently. They sense things beyond the surface, see through deception and falsehood, and recognize the deeper purpose behind every test and blessing. This is not just intelligence. This is Basira, spiritual insight. Allah says in the Quran, Surah Qaf 58, "Indeed, this is a reminder for every servant who turns to Allah with insight." Not everyone is given the ability to truly see. Some people look at hardship and only see suffering, while you see a test meant to strengthen you. Some chase the dunya blindly, while you see how temporary it all is. Some waste time on distractions, while you feel the urgency of preparing for the akhirah. This is why people sometimes don't understand you. They wonder why you don't fit in, why you take life more seriously. They don't see what you see. But this is not a weakness, it's a spiritual gift. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, "Be mindful of the insight of a believer, for he sees with the light of Allah." Your heart perceives things others overlook. You feel when something isn't right, even without proof. You sense impure intentions, even behind a smile. You recognize the signs of Allah in ways most people ignore. And the more you turn to Allah, the stronger this gift becomes. So if you've ever felt like you see things differently, don't doubt it. What others call overthinking or being too deep is actually a gift of insight that only a few are given. Sign 2. The gift of finding peace in solitude. Most people fear being alone. They constantly need noise, distractions, or the company of others to feel okay. They can't sit in silence without reaching for their phone. But then there are those who find peace in solitude. They don't fear being alone, they embrace it. They don't feel lost in silence, they feel connected. They use quiet moments for deep reflection and closeness to Allah. This is not loneliness, it's a spiritual gift. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ often retreated to the cave of Hira before receiving revelation. Why? Because solitude purifies the soul, sharpens the mind, and strengthens the heart. Allah says in the Quran, Surah Al-A'raf 7205, "And remember your Lord within yourself, humbly and in fear, without being loud in the mornings and the evenings, and do not be among the heedless." There is power in being alone with your thoughts when they're directed toward Allah. While others drown in distractions, you seek clarity in silence. While others chase validation, you turn to Allah for comfort. When Allah wants to elevate you, He often separates you, removing people and distractions so you rely only on Him. So if you've ever felt like you prefer solitude over meaningless company, don't see it as a weakness. The ability to be alone and still feel complete is a rare spiritual strength. Sign 3. The gift of a heart that feels for others. In a world where people are becoming more selfish, cold, and detached, some hearts still feel deeply. You can't ignore someone's pain, even if they don't say a word. You feel a strong urge to help, even when no one asks. You carry the emotions of others, even when it's not your burden to bear. At times, it feels overwhelming. You wonder why you care so much when others don't, why you can feel someone's sadness through their smile, why your heart is so soft in a world that values hardness. But this is not a weakness. It's a spiritual gift. The Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, was the most compassionate, caring, and merciful human being. Allah says in the Quran, Surah At-Tawbah 9:128, "There certainly has come to you a messenger from among yourselves. He is concerned by your suffering, anxious for your well-being, and gracious and merciful to the believers." Having a heart that feels deeply is a trait of the best of people. Some can ignore suffering, but you can't. Some only care when something affects them directly, but you feel for others even when you're not involved. A soft heart is one of the most beloved qualities to Allah. The Prophet Muhammad said, "Allah does not have mercy on the one who is not merciful to people." So if you've ever felt like your heart is different, don't change it. When Allah blesses someone with a soft heart, it's not a burden. It's a sign of being spiritually gifted. In a world full of hardness, your heart is proof that true goodness still exists. Sign 4. The gift of finding strength in patience. Most people break under pressure. When life gets difficult, they lose control, complain, and question everything. But then there are those who endure with patience. They stay calm in chaos, hold on to faith when life gets tough, and see trials as lessons from Allah. This is not just willpower. It's a spiritual gift. Allah says in the Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah 2:153, "Indeed, Allah is with those who are patient." Patience isn't just a virtue, it's a sign that Allah is with you. While others panic, you trust in Allah's plan. While others let anger control them, you remain composed. While others give up, you stay firm, knowing relief is near. The Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, said, "True patience is at the first strike of calamity." Your true nature is revealed not in peace but in hardship. When things go wrong, do you react with anger or trust in Allah? When people hurt you, do you seek revenge or choose dignity? When life gets difficult, do you lose hope or remain steadfast? Patience is a rare gift that only those with a deep connection to Allah possess. If you find yourself facing hardships but still holding on, know that you have something most people don't. Patience isn't just about waiting, it's about trusting that what's coming is better than what's gone. Sign 5. The gift of being drawn to the akhirah, more than the dunya. Most people today are obsessed with the dunya. They chase wealth, status, and fame as if they'll live forever. They fear losing money more than losing their connection with Allah. But then there are those whose hearts are attached to the akhirah. While others chase luxury, you chase inner peace. While others focus on what's temporary, you focus on what's eternal. While others fear losing money, you fear losing blessings. This is not just wisdom, it's a spiritual gift. Allah says in the Quran, Surah Al-A'la 87:16-17, "But you prefer the life of this world, while the hereafter is better and more lasting." If you find yourself naturally valuing the next life over this one, you have something rare. Some ignore their prayers because they're too busy, waste time on distractions, or live for this world without realizing their real home is the hereafter. But you see beyond the illusion. The more attached you are to the akhirah, the less this world will affect you. You won't feel anxious when people chase status, lost when things don't go your way, or fear losing anything because you know what's with Allah is far greater. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Be in this world as if you were a traveler or stranger." If you've ever felt like you don't fit in with this dunya, don't see it as a weakness. The ability to see through the illusion of this world is a rare spiritual gift. When you keep your eyes on the akhirah, Allah will take care of everything else. My dear brothers and sisters, if you recognize even one of these spiritual gifts within yourself, know that you are blessed. These are not random qualities or coincidences. They are signs that Allah has placed something special in your heart. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "When Allah intends good for a person, He grants them understanding of the religion." These gifts are meant to guide you closer to Allah, inspire others, and be protected and nurtured. But having these gifts is only half the journey. The real question is, what will you do with them? Will you use them to grow in faith, help others, and bring yourself closer to Allah? The best way to honor these gifts is to ask Allah to strengthen them, purify them, and use them for His sake. Make this simple but powerful dua today. Ya Allah, increase my guidance, strengthen my faith, and allow me to use every blessing you've given me in a way that pleases you. If this message touched your heart, comment below. Ya Allah, strengthen my faith and guide me always. Your words might inspire someone else to reflect and seek closeness to Allah. Don't forget, liking and subscribing costs nothing, but it helps spread reminders that bring us all closer to Allah. May Allah bless you, protect you, and grant you endless wisdom, peace, and success in this life and the next. Ameen.